I come to you from my dad's Dodge as I make the trek up to the property to get some more willows for my willow garden. And as I was driving up, I saw this beautiful spot and thought I'd stop and show you what's going on. Look at these beautiful evening primrose. It's really like the first flush of beautiful flowers up here in the mountains, and these happen to be in this just sun spot, kind of surrounded by sage. They're beautiful. Decided to make a stop at Hobo Creek for some water from my little water bottle, and you can see that she is running significantly faster than when we were here a month or two ago, and she will dry up also, so I'm gonna grab a bottle full and be on my way. It's a beautiful morning up here. I'm just making the trek over to get some willows that are close to the road. But you can see all the leaves are starting to pop. It's absolutely gorgeous. The river is running higher and faster thanks to warm weather and runoff, and you can hear it. If you see down there, there's the trailhead to Alpine Gulch. That hike is amazing. We're going to take you on that journey at some point. But today I just need, I need a good load of willows to try to finish up my fence in the next couple days, because I have so much to do to get ready for our youngest son's graduation. I really need to get this willow fence complete so I can get some things in the ground and start to enjoy the bounty of the season. So I'm gonna start down here. This is Crystal Creek, and there's quite a big stand of willows here. I am in the market for fresh willows because they bend and weave, so I'll be just making my way down this area, trying to clip the overgrown stuff and drag it up to the top here. You can see the runoff. You can see the wet, I don't know if that video does that justice, but you can see the wet sheen there. The runoff from the top of the mountain is starting to make its way down to the riverbed. It's pretty great. This season is one of my favorites. Also, Crystal Creek is running super high right now. It's definitely melting. You can see. Ah, it's so pretty. Look at that. Is that not gorgeous? Oh, so pretty and high. Okay, just down by the river, down by the stream, getting some willows. I kept hearing this racket, and I have identified the culprit. If you can see this really pretty woodpecker. Do you hear him? Yeah, they love to peck on signs and rooftops that are metal. Apparently it's a mating call for them. Driving down, have the truck going, so it's probably loud, but this is a new slab that kind of slipped down recently. It shows you how the water erosion definitely brings down these big dudes this time of year, when the snow starts to melt, and also when we have big rainstorms. Anyway, that's a big slab. It just slid. You can see where it was in place right there, and then it just slid down. Anyway, pretty cool force of Mother Nature. Also thought I would point out the fanny fern. If you can see, right, let's see if I can show you. Right up there, those two little slices of light, that's the roof of the Fanny Fern mine. And then there's Cannibal Plateau and the Fanny Fern. And Gary and I showed you on one of our walks where the big avalanche came down from the Fanny Fern. So there you go. I had to stop along the way and show you just how beautiful things are right now. And also that's, as I said, Cannibal Plateau, but it looks a lot different from the last time we were able to show it to you. And I also wanted to give you a glimpse of the river. Let's see. And how, if you can see back here, that white is raging river. It's a narrow spot back there and it rages through. And it's not even close to what it'll be like in another couple weeks. But you can see the river is a little bit milky, green, and she's rising. It's pretty phenomenal. And there you go. Isn't she beautiful? And there's Cannibal and the Fanny Fern right up there. I wanted to walk up the way just a little bit so I could get a better view of that white water raging. And right through those narrows there's a lot of what we call strainers, where logs and whatnot have gotten hooked up, and so that makes the water more turbulent as well. But that is just sheer force of nature. Henson Creek at its finest. Look at that pretty load. Look at that pretty load of willows in that background. I just can't be more grateful to be able to work on my project and collect these willows from property that we own, and with a background like this. It's pretty insane, and it is not lost on me. I am grateful. Remember that beaver? Still hard at work, almost there. Good morning. I just came out with my coffee to enjoy the beauty that this day is. I got a little bit of snow and the trees are popping out, and it's breathtaking. It's breathtaking. Enjoying the bird song and the sunlight with fresh moisture on the ground. So much to be thankful for. There's the garden popping into view, and the top balcony sanctuary that I love so much. Oh, my beautiful fire cauldron. It's a beautiful day. Absolutely beautiful. See the snow line. Blessings, friends.
Buffy's been working all day on building the deer fence, and they are actively testing it. They're like, you can't keep us out. I don't care how big of a strong fence you build, we will break through it. I actually think it's like the rebels stealing the plans for the Death Star. They're out here learning the weaknesses in the fence Where's the slightest gap they can jump through? They're studying it right now. And they're gonna wait. They're gonna keep that information safe for about 3 months until the garden's in full bloom. And then they'll jump in and attack.
I think they're disappointed.
No way. I think they're just scouting.
I think they're like, oh, she's finally done it.
Right. That one's just like, oh, I see a gap right there and a gap right there. I can jump through that. Bring it, dear.
Huh? You love it? You love it?
Toy Story.
Okay, so I did continue work on the garden, and you can see kind of the chaos that I added with the willows all the way around. I do have some areas that I needed to add some more willows, but I ran out, and so I just kind of did the best I could until I get a chance to get back out and get some. But I added some little doohickeys here and there, wind chimes that were my grandmother's, and yeah, you can hear the hummingbirds going crazy. But I'm liking it. I mean, I think that right now the deer can get through some of these bigger holes, so I know I need to do some more work, but to switch my attention to my youngest son's graduation from high school, and so I'll get back to this, I don't know, when I can. So, morning greetings from the garden, an update on the project. Good evening, YouTube. It's the day after the beautiful morning shots. Yesterday afternoon it snowed, so I didn't get any work done outside, but today I was able to spend a good portion of the day out here, and I got my raspberries planted over here in this area. I have my tall deer fence installed, which is nice. Over in this little rock garden, I've got some rhubarb that's coming up. Although people tell me deer don't eat rhubarb, they eat my rhubarb, but there's enough of it that they can eat some, and it still does pretty well. I have a purple door because I love purple. I worked over in this area. I was inspired by getting this garden piece. It's a pagoda, a Japanese pagoda, and so it inspired me to get this area cleaned up. I got some strawberries planted in all of these, along with some nasturtiums that do really well here. And this has a bleeding heart in it that is coming up, and it is awesome. Put a couple of raspberries over here, and that took me all day. And I don't know if you can tell in this video, but there is a bit of a haze in the air. It actually makes for a beautiful sunset, but it's due to the smoke that blew in today from a wildfire that is burning in Durango. So it is that time of year. But yeah, it's a nice night. I thought I would give you just an update on the garden project. I got a few clips yesterday when the sun was so beautiful. It was such a beautiful morning with all of the snow and the sun and the leaves, and it was great. So garden is looking pretty good. The garden fence, I like it. It's a little chaotic, but that's what I wanted. And I was able to put in some cute things. I think I showed you, but I'll just give you a little. There's my little gargoyle. He came from our last house garden, and he's moved with me around, so he had to be guarding the fence. Well, thanks for following along with me on this garden journey. It has been really kind of nice to use some creative juices and work on my garden, which is my happy place, and I'm so blessed to be able to have the time to do it this year. It's going to be a good year. I feel like it's going to be a really good growing year. I'm going to be able to attend to the garden more, so I'll give you updates when things start growing and it seems like there's been enough of a change that it's not going to just be boring. But thanks for following along and clicking on our crazy YouTube videos. And until next time, see you real soon.